Hey, I'm Chris Jenkins, joined by my good friend. He don't know it yet, but we're about to be best friends, Nick Scourton, with the Carolina Panthers. We're going to go another segment of our one-on-one rookies. And, Nick, I go by the nickname Man of the People, so I'm going to have some hard-hitting questions for you. I got to represent for the fans out there because they want to get to know you, right?
No worries.
But we always like to start at the beginning, and I think it's pronounced Timpson, Texas.
Yes, sir.
So take me back to Timpson, Texas, and that high school athletic career that you had. Hold on, Michael, just a little bit.
Yes, sir. So I didn't go to high school in Timpson. I went to high school, and I was born in like Timpson. That's where all my family lives.
Okay.
I ended up moving to Bryan, Texas. That's like Central Texas, where Texas A&M is. So I mean, growing up in a college town, I mean, I got to experience Johnny football. The Aggies. Just I don't know. I mean, growing up, I was like a bad kid. I used to get into stuff.
He was a bad kid?
Yes, sir.
How many siblings did you have?
I got 5 blood and adopted and step. I think I got like 11 in total.
Okay, and where do you fall within all that?
Like middle.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What spurred the bad kid? Can you give me 1 or 2 examples from that bad kid?
My little brother, like he was terrible. Like he'd get me into fights, get me in trouble, weed fight, like all types of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to comment on it, but I mean, I did a lot of crazy stuff. Nothing ever too serious, but I was just getting into stuff.
Okay. All right. What experiences or people have influenced you on or off the field?
I think just obviously, one of my mentors, named Mike Vivaldi. I think he really was a big part of like me being here and me being who I am today. My father, Nick Scourton, just being a great father and role model for me growing up. My adopted father as well, Mr. Lane Boobin. I mean, just the men in my life, just teaching me how to, carry myself and, just handle all the stressor and the pressure of being, a young black man.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Now, I know we're not too far into your rookie year, but I know you've been spending a lot of time with these guys getting ready for this football season. Mm-hmm. How would you feel like your teammates would describe you in that locker room?
I say mixed opinions. Some people say I'm angry or I'm always serious, and some people say I'm goofy and I just play too much. So I don't know. I say I'm a mix of both.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a mix of both.
It just depends on where you at that time of day.
Depends on what's going down.
Yeah, I think I got the good Nick right now. I'm happy for it.
Yes, sir.
We've got through training camp. Obviously, we're now entering the second week of the season. Good enough time for you to have had your welcome to the NFL moment, if it has happened yet. So has it happened yet? I know, who did I talk to last week? I'm having a brain fart, but has your moment happened yet?
I say yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, it has.
Okay.
It was during camp. We were doing like a run blocking drill, and Timo just ran me right off the ball. And put me in the dirt. And I got pissed. I was like, damn. But yeah, I would say that would be my welcome in NFL moment.
We're going to talk about it, but that pissed off moment, I think that might be where some of your teammates may see you as serious, because you seem to not forget some things that rub you the wrong way.
That's me right there. Like if something rub me the wrong way, I mean, I take things personal. I think that's what's got me so far.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna come back and touch on that. But let's talk about your head coach, Dave Canales, young coach in his second year. What have been your impressions of Coach Canales thus far?
I think just a really cool-headed, cool-mannered guy who's very serious about the details and, about what he wants. I mean, Coach Canales may be, like I said, very cool-headed and cool-mannered, but, it's nice to see him get fired up on us, when we don't do things the correct way. I think, he's – like I said, I haven't been here that long, but, I think he's a dang good head coach.
Okay.
Sure.
Now, I know he mentioned to us that he was lobbying for you young guys to get more time. Is that something that you're seeing or feeling as well?
I mean, yes, sir. I mean, I feel like they put a lot of pressure on, us young guys to be ready for our opportunity and our turn. So, definitely see myself getting more reps in practice. But those are reps that I got to earn, and I got to prove to them that I'm worthy of, and I can, do my assignment and not only compete with the man in front of me.
So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about football in that Jacksonville. I first got to ask you, how was that heat for you? I know you was in Texas, but how was that heat in Jacksonville for you this past Sunday?
I feel like the heat only hits me in practice. It gets to the game, it's like it's showtime. I mean, lights are on.
Yeah.
It really don't affect me much.
Okay.
But obviously, I wasn't the man out there playing 48 snaps a game, so I can't really comment on that too much.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because, being man of the people, a lot of people out there, man, I thought we was going to see Nick Scourton some more than what we did. What were your expectations for this past Sunday in terms of being out there on the field?
I feel like, a lot of people don't really understand it's just how the game goes, how the game's rolling. I feel like my coaches do a great job never putting us in moments that are too big for us or they feel like they're too big for us. So I just honestly feel like, the game was moving fast, things were happening and, certain guys, are better in those situations. And, like I said, I got to earn the trust for the coaches to put me in those situations. So I think the more that I, step into my role and, dominate my role, the more reps they'll see me on the field.
So you took it not as an insult. Sounds like you took it more as like, I need to do more.
Yes, sir. I got to practice better. Simple enough. And
Yeah.
when I get my opportunity, I got to go make plays.
For what you did get in, because you did get, for a rookie, you did, I believe you led in snaps for rookies, right?
On
I think
team?
you had 18.
Yes,
For
sir.
the team, yeah. I think you led snaps in rookies. What is your evaluation from that first game experience? Good? Tell me the good. Tell me the improve.
I think, I was playing pretty physical on the run. I got a pretty good pass rush on one. I think just, the more reps I get, the better I'll feel out the game, and, I'll be more prepared to go in there. But I think I really didn't maximize my opportunity as much as I should have, in my opinion. Like, I feel like there were some plays where I could have, instead of being so anxious and nervous out there, I could have just, slowed down because I made this play 1,000 times in practice. But I don't think I did terrible, but, my standard that's not my standard.
Is there some big plan that you had to get those more reps? Are you talking to the coach? Are you staying afterwards? Or, what was your mindset about how am I going to get these additional reps this week so I can get in the game more this Sunday?
For third down, just trying to learn every position on third down so I can make myself useful. And, like I said, just don't earn it on the practice field. I mean, they want to give it to me. Like, it's not like I'm in a position where, they don't want me to play. It's a position that I need to go earn.
Okay. That's good. Now, I forgot my glasses. I'm trying to look at my notes here, so excuse me if I kind of get a little close. But
no worries.
Some guys win with technique, some with pure athleticism. What's been your go-to move or mindset for creating pressure?
Yeah, I think I'm a technique guy. I really studied pass rush ever since I've moved to the position. And, I honestly, I want to transition myself into a power rusher. I think being a power rusher, I'm not the longest, I'm not the fastest. I think being a power rusher is how I'm having success in the league, and that's just, watching more tape on pass rushers and, just watching how the older guys in the NFL in my room especially just move and work. But I think power rushing is where I'll make my money and, earn my keep.
Now, I know you went through this weight transformation. Was that part of it, or was that since you've lost the weight that you started thinking about that might be your strong point?
Honestly, that was more like a health decision. Like, man, I don't want to play D tackle. But I just think, that's what wins in the NFL. Not all the flashy spin moves. I mean, you see those stats on the internet, but what wins in the NFL is guys, crushing the pocket and keeping those quarterbacks in the pocket. And, that's what I want to, be on.
I just thought about this as you were saying. Do you think that increases your longevity, like having that power? Because strength is something you can maintain for a while versus that quickness. We all start to lose it. I know you just got in the league, but 30s, you start to lose a little. Is that some of your thought? Or
yes, sir. I think being a power rusher, it's just like you can work the speed and the flash off the power. I think the power just, kind of gets those old linemen, just kind of scared of it, and now they're, clamping on you early. So now I can work out of the power and come back and win on the edge. And now they're ducking their head, trying to absorb contact, so now I can swim arm over and win on inside. It just opens up. Power is everything. Power opens up all your moves.
That sounds like that dog mentality attribute that Dan Morgan liked. I want that power.
Yeah,
I just want to knock that man down.
That just is what it is.
Put me in your mind. We know we just talked about rushing the quarterback. Now put me into your mind as a linebacker, because you got to read the run, you got to read the coverage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's say now it's a coverage situation that you got to go to. Put me in your mind of how you're working your eyes between looking at that quarterback and also staying on your assignment.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends what we're in. You know, you want to have really good eyes whenever you're looking at your match, or you know, you're watching zones, or the quarterback stops his feet, you want to stop with, like, it's just, I think the covering part is much easier for me just because of my background. You know, I played inside linebacker in high school, so I mean, I never have any issues. But it's all about, you know, reading off the quarterback, you know, knowing what you're doing, knowing how the guys around you, how y'all are working together on the string. And I think, you know, I've been pretty okay in coverage. I've had no issues.
Okay, all right, going to be strong in coverage. We got one more that we're going to end up on so we can get to this meeting. By the way, Mitchell Evans was the guy last week that did not yet have his NFL moment. So I told him I'll keep circling back because I know everybody's going to have it. But we like to end on a little fun fact, man, something that, whether it's football related, personal related, that, you know, if we out there on Wikipedia and Googling, that we probably ain't going to see, but that we can learn about Mr. Scourton here. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me about some crocheting, but nobody said that yet.
No, I don't do no crocheting. I mean, everybody know my pets. I got pets. I have a mini long-haired dachshund. I have a Maine Coon cat, and then I have 2 regular tabby cats.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But I would say I ain't too interested. I mean,
you just a mean guy sometimes, nice guy sometimes.
No, I think I'm a nice guy, but it's just a certain demeanor you got to have about football. You know, when you come in the building. I would say I feel like I'm the best Fortnite player on the team. Like I'm the best Fortnite player. If anybody that's watching this wanna see me in Fortnite, just hit the DMs. It's up.
Okay.
We can do that.
How do we get you? I don't know about it, but is there a way that they find you on Fortnite that we want to say, or just look for them and find it?
Just DM me on Instagram. Just DM me on Instagram. You'll find me.
Hey, Nick, I very much appreciate the time, man. That's Nick Scourton. I'm Chris Jenkins for Charlotte Vibe. Thank you guys for watching.